Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 142 of Sonic Boom TV, the Record Store Day 2023, April 22nd edition of this show. So we're going to start off talking about what I got. Well, first we're going to do the swag bag. Then we're going to talk about the records that I bought. And then some of you guys might just want to go away after that. And then I'll talk about the sale records that I bought for $2 each at the store. I went to EUCILD Records in New Orleans. They gave away this koozie. I don't know how many they had, but I was in the first 20 people or so to get in. So, and they had some left. So maybe they had 25, 30 of these. I don't know. But that's cool. They gave this away. I guess it's tie-dye. It looks like Grateful Dead or something or whatever. So that's cool. I don't know that I use it because I don't drink beer, but maybe I'll use it for soft drinks or something. Or I'll just pop it up and have it on the shelf. There you go, EUCILD Records. New Orleans, one of the best record stores around. So we got the swag bag. Now, it's got Metallica's 72 Seasons on the back, and I don't know why, because Metallica didn't have anything to do with the Record Store Day this year. If you can hear my dog coughing in the back, that's normal for these videos, and she just does it. I don't know what her problem is. But anyway, they had two lines when you went in after you got your stuff. They had a cash line and a credit line. And so I had, my debit card or whatever, so I went through the credit line. And I noticed that the people that were in the cash line were getting these, and nobody in my line was. But we were getting the koozies. I don't know if the other people were getting the koozies. So after I paid for my stuff, I turned around to the other line and I asked the guy, "Hey, can I get one of those bags?" And he said, "Of course." And so they gave it to me. So let's see what's in the bag. First off, we got the poster. I did tear the poster a little bit right there by accident, but it's kind of a cool poster this year. They never put the year on this. It says Dogfish Head, the official beer of Record Store Day, and it's got these bees around and some records and stuff. So I don't know what the significance of the bees are or anything like that, but it's a nice little poster. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't ever put the year. Because I've gotten maybe 3 or 4 of these now, and none of them have the year on it. So I don't know what that's all about. So that's cool. Sucks that I ripped it. Maybe I'll find another one at some point in time. So let's see what else is in this bag. You have away a few little things. First off, we've got a ZZ Top Violator. Is that what it's called? They had this album in the bargain bin, but the cover was it had gotten wet or something. It was torn across the front, and so you couldn't even hardly see the car. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I wanted it, but I didn't buy it. So that's cool, little keychain. Then we've got, I don't know what's on this, guys. A button with the Record Store Day ambassadors. I'm not sure who they are. Can't even read it. Jason, Isabel, and Amanda Shires. I don't know who they are. Pop singers, probably. The line, when I got there at 7 a.m. The store opened at 10. The yard that they have outside where they put all the sale stuff opened at 9. I got there at 7 a.m. and I was number 21. My ticket said I was really number 20 because they were missing number 17 apparently. But I couldn't believe there was people there that early. Most of them were Taylor Swift people looking for that her thing. So then we've got a little postcard from Cream magazine. Oops, still like that. Which I believe they're online digital versions now. I don't know if they got the old stuff, but they're doing something. We've got a sticker for Iggy Pop's Every Loser. Whoop, lost it. Sorry about that. Do that again. Every Loser. It's kind of get the glare off of it a little bit. I kind of like that new Iggy Pop song that they've been playing on the radio, and I don't really like Iggy Pop all that much. But anyway, besides the point. We've got a sticker. It says, "My favorite made-up holiday, Record Store Day." Love that. And then we've got another sticker. This is the even better one. This is my favorite one I've seen. Your car may be nice, but you should see my record collection. Well, let me see some of it. Then there's this, and I don't know what this is. It's a CD, and it says Waxploitation, Tear Gas, and Plate Glass. This is a sticker on here. This right here. This is a sticker on this paper sleeve. And then on the back it says Danger Mouse, Gnarls Barkley, CeeLo Green, Black Moth, Super Rainbow, Dangerdom, and Tear Gas and Plate Glass. So that's kind of interesting. You know, it's probably hip hop, rap, whatever. That's cool. But then when you pull it out, it's a CDR. And I don't know, it's got some symbols on it there. I don't know if this is what's supposed to be in here or not. Have no clue. So I'll put that in the CD player and find out. But it seems like a bootleg to me, and that they paid to get that printed. I don't know. And that's all I got in the bag. So that was cool. Now, if you watch some of my other videos, you know I was looking at the end. I was looking for 9 items. I got 6. One of them, well, 3 of them they didn't have at all. I went and I looked for some stuff for 2 friends. One friend was out of luck completely. The other got what she wanted. So it's a gift from me to her. So let's start with that. First thing, they only had 1 copy of this. Bobby, this is for you. I don't know if you're watching this video, you're probably not, but you know about it already. And it's the Scott Weiland's 12-bar blues. And it says 25th anniversary 2 LP edition, first time on vinyl. Scott Weiland's debut solo album features 3 previously unreleased bonus tracks cut from original master tapes on blue and green vinyl. So they had 1 copy when I got to the inn, and I'm sure that's all they had to begin with. And a little Euclid bag. I'm going to send it to her in that. As well as the box. So now let's get to my stuff, the good stuff, right? People love Scott Weiland. I was okay with it. Let's start off with the number 1 on the list thing that I wanted, and the number 2. And the number 3, actually. But let's go with number 1. Joe Strummer. In the Mescaleros. Street Core. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. This is a great album. If you don't know this album, you're missing out. But it was right after. It came out right after he died, I believe. Or either right after or right before, but I think it was right after. It says Dark Horse Records, Joe Strummer, Street Core, 20th Anniversary Edition, remastered by Paul Hicks, limited edition white vinyl. Now this is 20th anniversary, but there's no extra songs. It's got Coma Girl, Get Down Moses, Long Shadow, Arms Aloft, Ramshackle Day Parade, Redemption Song, All in a Day, Burning Streets, Midnight Jam, and Silver and Gold. So very, very good album. I got it on CD too. If you get a chance to get it on CD, you should. You won't be disappointed if you're into alternative rock kind of stuff. It's not really, it's punk, but it's not like hardcore or anything, you know. Then the second one, wait, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Second one on my top list, Mr. Big. They had 1 copy of this when I was in there. Mr. Big, their first album. This is the one I've always wanted. I have it on a cassette. It was right here somewhere. It's right here. It's up here. You can't see it. But I could never find it on CD for some reason. I didn't look real hard for this, but I could never find it just randomly looking and stuff for on a CD, and I never got it. And so I had the next one and the one after that, and I think one other one. But this is the one I really wanted. And I was so excited when I saw that this was coming out for Record Store Day. And it's not just the Record Store Day edition. It'll be coming out again later. But this says Record Store Day Collector's Edition, only 3,500 copies. Includes the smash hits, Addicted to That Rush, Rock and Roll Over, Anything for You, 180 grams solid blue vinyl, using high-res digital transfers from the original analog masters. I don't know what that actually means. Includes individually numbered sleeve jacket with double-sided insert, and the barcode right there is a guitar. And I think it actually scans. Paid. Oh, I wanted to tell you what I paid for these as well. The Joe Strummer I paid $29.99 for. This one I paid $36.99. This the prices were pretty comparable to what I had thought they were going to be. Some were a little bit more, some were a little bit less, and it kind of balanced out to exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I have number 3,377 of 3,500. So I got the end of the batch, and I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a hologram, which is kind of cool. But this one has Addicted to That Rush, Wind Me Up, Merciless, Had Enough, Blame It on My Youth, Take a Walk, Big Love, How Can You Do What You Do, Anything for You, and Rock and Roll Over. This has Eric Martin, Billy Sheehan, Paul Gilbert, and Pat Torpey in the band. I don't know if they're all still in the band, but that's who was in the band back then. And really good album. Really good album. Next up, alternative rock 90s for me classic album. I was hoping to get this one. This one was $34.99. The Verve Pipe's Villains. Everybody knows the song The Freshman. That was the one that was a hit. I got this when it first came out on CD. For the song Photograph was the one that I knew. And I've said that before. Photograph came out in, I don't know what year this was. It says 1996. So if this came out in 96, The Freshman didn't come out on the radio until 97. Because the single was released almost exactly a year after Photograph. And my friend had told me, hey, that band you like is got a super popular hit or something right now. And I was like, who are you talking about? And he said, The Verve Pipe. And I was like, did they have a new album out? Because it had been like a year. And he goes, yeah. And I said, what is it? He goes, it's Villains. And I was like, that's the one I had last year. And so I said, what song? And he told me The Freshman. I was like, I'm surprised that didn't come out first. So anyway, this says Record Store Day, The Verve Pipe Villains, the platinum album featuring The Freshman on vinyl for the first time, 180 gram vinyl, and it doesn't say if it's a color, or did it say it was a color? I'm reading things and I'm not even paying attention to what I'm reading. No, it didn't say color. So those were the top three. Which moved up to number 4 was Soul Asylum's MTV Unplugged. Didn't get it. They didn't have it. I went to two stores. Not sponsored by Subway. I went to 2 stores to see if they had it. Neither one had it. It is going for ridiculous prices on eBay. I'm not paying ridiculous prices for anything. So if I can't get it, I'm gonna try. I got one option right tomorrow that I know of right now that I'm gonna try to get it. If they don't have it, I'm just going to have to call it a loss on that. The next one that was kind of big for me, I had a lot of live stuff by this band, so it wasn't the biggest deal, but I wanted to get it. This one actually was a couple dollars less than I thought it was going to be. Pearl Jam's Giveaway. This was $44.99. That's a double album, but that's a lot to be paying for a record, an album. So I just did it because I had saved the money, so it was, it wasn't like I didn't prepare for it. But anyway, it's 17 previously unreleased tracks on 2 LPs recorded live in Melbourne, Australia during the 1998 Yield tour. See that? It's the track listing. It's basically the same cover, I think, as the Yield album. Maybe it's a little different. I'm going to have to compare them. But it just says Giveaway there, which is the Australian way of Yield. I think the people in Europe say that too. That's what I think I've heard. It looks like the plastic is kind of stuck to the record there, so I don't know if it got any kind of moisture in it or not, but hopefully that doesn't come off when I open it. I'm going to do an opening separate video, because this video is going to be long. No limited numbers on it. They had a few of these left when I got there. And luckily I grabbed this one because I think there were 2 more, and somebody behind me said, hey, can I get that? And the top of it was like it was white, like something had fallen on it, and it kind of dented it a little bit. So I grabbed the right one, because if I'd have grabbed one of the other ones, that person might have grabbed this one and got the good one, and the other ones all looked like they were kind of messed up. So that's Pearl Jam. So that's 4 of mine. And that's the last 2, I should say. This one is a band that I've heard of for many, many years, never listened to one bit. And I always thought I should, and I wanted to try them, and I saw that this was coming out, and I was like, if they have it, I'm gonna get it, unless other things happen where it get pushed down on the list. But anyway, it didn't. So I got this Generation X, the debut album from Generation X. This is a movie strip kind of thing. It goes all the way around. It says exclusive heavyweight yellow vinyl includes Ready Steady Go, Record Store Day, $28.99. So that's a decent price for it. And it's just Generation X. Now, I believe I know Ready Steady Go, but it's not by them. Like I think that song was in the Empire Records soundtrack or in the movie, but I think it's somebody else singing it. So I think that's their song. So I know that. And then the other one is Kiss Me Deadly, which I believe is the song that your girl did. I can't think of her name right now. The one that used to be with Joan Jett and those guys. I'm going to think of it in a little while. But anyway, Touch Me Once, Touch Me Twice, Kiss Me Deadly, all that. I think that's the same song. So hopefully it will be. And then I'll be happy to know that I know 2 songs already. But there's From the Heart, 100 Punks. Lita Ford was her name. I knew I'd remember. From the Heart, 100 Punks, Listen, Ready, Steady, Go, Kleenex, Promises, Promises, Day by Day, The Invisible Man, Kiss Me Deadly, Too Personal, Youth, Youth, Youth. And then it's got their pictures at the bottom. Kind of nice. Nice package, I think. I don't know what the insides look like. This one, I believe, opens from the top. Yeah, it opens from the top. It's not a gatefold. So this must be a British one, I think. I think that's how they do it over there. I'm not sure. But it was Tony James on bass and vocals, Darwood Andrews on guitar and vocals, Mark Laff on drums and vocals, and of course Billy Idol on vocals. And that's Billy Idol right there. So I think this is going to be really good. I'm going to be happy with it. The other one that kind of moved down on my list, but got it now because they didn't have the other ones. But this will be available later. This is going to be on Real Gone Music. They're going to put it out, a regular version. And that is the Donnas. Early singles, 1995 to 1999. That cover, got the album covers, or singles maybe, up there, covers. This one was $32.99. This was actually a little more than I thought it was going to be. I thought this one was going to be about $28. And it ended up being a couple dollars more, but that was okay. It worked out. And the tag says, Record Store Day, 14 non-LP side, 14 non-LP sides from everybody's favorite all-female punk band, includes insert with exclusive quotes from all 4 Donnas. Metallic gold vinyl, limited to 2,000 copies. I'm surprised I got it for only 2,000 copies. They had a couple of these. I'm surprised because they only had 2,000. But like I said, this will be put out again. I guarantee it. And it doesn't have a number on the back or anything. So, the Donnas. What? The Donnas. Of the Donnas, this Donna is my favorite Donna, as far as looks go. I had a crush on her back then in probably 1995. She never called. I never knew her number. Just kidding, guys. Trying to be silly. So then, that was it for what I got at Euclid Records. And I went and I was like thinking about it, and I sat in my car for about 5 minutes, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to this other store. People say there's not a lot of traffic over there. Maybe they'll have it. So there's a place called Louisiana Music Factory, and I got their little card because they do concerts in their store. Apparently, this place has been there. The lady told me 31 years. I never knew about it until last year, and I've never heard of it. And so this is the first time I ever went there. pretty nice store. I didn't really look around too much, but it was a nice store. It wasn't like junk everywhere like some stores. You know, they just got stuff piled up. It was very clean and nice. And I'm gonna go back there, you know, and really walk around and shop. But anyway, they had their Black Friday stuff. There was only one girl in there looking at the Black Friday stuff, and she was looking for something. I don't remember what it was, and I said, "Ooh, I heard that one was limited, whatever it was. I can't remember what she was looking for." And she goes, I know. I've been to like 3 stores already." So I looked through their Black Friday stuff. No Soul Asylum. That's what I was looking for. The Soul Asylum, the Kitty and the Dope, the ones I wanted. The Kitty's going to be out. I'm going to be able to get that later. I don't know about the Dope. I don't know if that was exclusive or first, but I may be able to find it. Who knows? Looked through all their stuff. Didn't have it. I asked the lady, and she was on the phone because people kept calling about Taylor Swift, which they had already sold out of. And so I went around and they didn't have it. I looked through some other stuff. I considered a couple other things that that they had that I had passed over. But I was like, no, I really want to try to get that Soul Asylum tomorrow, so I'm not going to go with that. But they had a bin of older RSD stuff from years past. I don't know how far back they went. But when I looked through it, I saw that they had one of the green Jello, however you want to say it, records, and it looked like it said $6.99, and I was like, well, I'm buying this for $6.99 because they were a silly band. I've seen them live once, took pictures of them, and I have a couple of their CDs, and I bought one of their records for Record Store Day. Well, I told her to hold it, and she said, "Oh, we got another section in the back of sale stuff, not Record Store Day, but other sale stuff. You might want to go look at that." And I went over there to look at it, and they had some pretty decent stuff, but it was still, $24 kind of stuff. It was marked down from like $38 or whatever, but didn't want to get anything. So I came back to the bin, and I came across something that I wanted to get last year. I think it was last year, and I missed it, and I couldn't find it, and I thought it said $9.99. Another one. And it was Gun Club live at the Hacienda in 1984. And this is a band another one that I've heard of, never heard. And this is kind of like, this is a live album, but I thought last year, I said this would probably be a good thing to start with because it's kind of like a greatest hits and it's a live thing, so you're kind of getting a little bit of both. But that's all I know about them. I don't know anything except they're like a punk band. But I thought it said $9.99. You can see that sticker right there. Originally was $29.99. She said, and she rang them up, both of them up, and it was like $40. Like, wait a minute, how can $6.99 and $9.99 equal $40? She goes, no, there's a one there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost gone. It's like scratched out, and both of them had that. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna get this one. I'm gonna put the green jelly back. I might come back for it later. So this is like a little Moby strip too as well. It doesn't go all over the top. It just kind of goes on the side. It says RSD Black Friday. It's a Black Friday, so that wasn't even last year. It was last year, but it was October, I guess. Classic 1984. Jeffrey Lee Pierce fronts LA's greatest punk band. Never released on vinyl until now. Double split color vinyl 12-inch LP. Collector's edition, 1 pressing. Don't know all that, but that looks like a cool looking color. Purple and white, I believe, with maybe some gray in it, but I haven't opened any of these yet. And then it's got, the songs are Introduction, Hey Juana, Eternally Is Here, Stranger in Our Town. I do know that song. I might not be by them, but I know a song it's probably that. Bad Indian, Sex Beat, Brother and Sister, Bad America, Fire of Love, Preachin' Blues, Like Calling Up Thunder, Moonlight Motel, Goodbye Johnny, Give Up the Sun, and Sleeping in Blood City. Recorded live at the Hacienda, Manchester, England, October 26, 1984. And it's Jeffrey Lee Pierce, vocals, guitar, Kid Congo Powers, guitar, Patricia Morrison, bass, and Terry Graham, drums. It's 2022, so this is last Black Friday. So I think this is going to be another good one, good introduction to something. They didn't have like a lot of the heavy metals releases, except for the Mr. Big. They did have Taproot, which is, it's not really heavy metal. I would consider that more of a close to grunge alternative rock. They had that. I didn't get it because just out of trying to save money. I was cutting my losses on the things I didn't get. I bought my friend a record, and I was trying to keep the money so in case I can find Soul Asylum, I'll get that. So that's it for the new stuff I got. I thought that was a pretty good day, successful as far as getting what I wanted. I was, like I said, I was like 20th in line. Talked to a lot of people. It was a good day. Saw some familiar faces, saw some new faces, and the new faces talked. It was weird. It was just like, some of the old people kind of said hello, and a few of them talked, but most of the new people that I had never seen before, they all wanted to talk. And there was these young kids that were into some hip hop stuff, and I don't know a lot of hip hop, but they wanted to know what I was getting. I told them a few things, and they told me a few things, and we didn't really know too much about each other's stuff, but it was good, and because that's what music should be. You should be able to talk to people about what you like, and don't have any kind of problems, accepting what they like, And I talked to them after, I asked them if they got what they wanted, and they said they got everything that they wanted on their list, because there was a couple hip hop releases, and they both of them had stuff in their hand. They said they both got everything they wanted, so that was great. So now let's talk about the $2 yard sale they had. When you get in there's these boxes under these tents, and they make it in kind of a U shape. It's a little difficult because I'm kind of a big person. There were people that were bigger than me there. There were people that were smaller than me there. But the way it's shaped, you can't move because you got to hold whatever you got in your hands. And for $2, people are pulling stuff. They're taking it because it's good records, and it's $2. A lot of them are good records. But you kind of get wedged in, and I got behind the slowest guy in the world. He had to flip through, and he had to look at everything. And I go through a box in a minute at the most. This guy took 10 minutes on a box. And I was behind him, but I couldn't get around him because there was people on the other side too, and they were coming towards him. So that was my last half an hour of it. I did all the rest of the boxes in like 15 minutes, and I took over 35 minutes or so to get through these last couple of boxes. But anyway, they're under a tent, so I know why they put them like that. So if it rained or whatever, they could pull the sides of the tent down, and it wouldn't get everything wet. Instead of putting them in a straight line up against the fence or something where the sun would hit them and the potential rain or whatever. So it's just a difficult thing. It's not too bad. It's not even a complaint. It's just experience, whatever it was. So anyway, I went through. I got 18 records. I thought I had 20, and I told them I had 20, so I paid $4 extra because when I got to the register, I said, "Look, if you don't want to look through these, I got 20," and but I forgot I put 2 back, and I was going to replace those 2 with something else, and I didn't. They started calling numbers, and I just got out of that section and went about my thing. So let's talk about what I got. First thing we got here, Sam Kinison, "Louder Than Hell." Now, I don't know if this is the one with the I know that he's been on stuff that had music, and I don't know if this is music or comedy, but it's got a sticker on it. It says $5. Look this up on Discogs. The high end for this is like $160. It's in good shape. I mean, it's a little worn, not a lot. The record looks real nice, so this might be a valuable record that was in the $2 bin. Don't know. Then there was a couple things by the Monkees that looked better than what I already own, the copies, but I didn't want to get them. I did get a couple upgrades in this, but I just didn't feel like buying the same one that I got 2 copies already, even though it looked better. But I did get the best of the Monkees. This one's still in shrink wrap. It's open, but it's in shrink wrap. Record looks nice. It's got the theme from the Monkees, Last Train to Clarksville, Take a Giant Step, I'm a Believer, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere, That Was Then, This Is Now, A Girl I Knew Somewhere, Pleasant Valley Sunday, What I'm Doing Hanging Around, Daydream Believer, Valerie, and Kicks. It's got all the best songs as far as I'm concerned. One of these songs, I think it was Daydream Believer, maybe. I don't remember. I read something when I was looking through Discogs trying to find this one, that there's one of these, there's a version of this record that that song is different, like it's remixed or something. It's a different version than the original. So I don't know what version this is because I couldn't figure it out, and there was too many of them on there. And this one, an upgrade record for me. I have this already, but it's pretty scratched up on the first side, and it's noisy on the second side. And it got a DeVita by Iron Butterfly. Record's in real nice shape. It looks like it. They're all got fingerprints and stuff on them. But the overall, the cover's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little dinged up, a little dirty, but not bad. Better than the one I had before, for sure. It's got a little bit of ring wear. But you know that song, and it got a DeVita. It's 17 minutes long or something like that. Takes up the entire side two. 17 minutes and 5 seconds, it says. I'm not a big fan of this band, but I love that song. I have their record Ball, and I don't know if they had another one. I think I got 3 records by them, including this one. That's the best song is In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, and it's the longest song ever. People complain about Metallica having a long song. Another band that I basically like the hits, and so found this Bad Company's 10 from 6. That's the hits. 10 hits from 6 albums. It's got somebody's name right there. This one's in great shape. I mean, besides, if that wasn't on there, this is, I don't know what it's worth, but this would be a high end record. I mean, it's real nice. No inner sleeve or anything as far as pictures or anything, but it's got Can't Get Enough, Feel Like Making Love, Run with the Pack, Shooting Star, Moving On, Bad Company, Rock and Roll Fantasy, Electric Land, Ready for Love, and Live for the Music. So 10 hits from 6 albums, and it's got like a little snippet of the album covers on there, and then it tells you what albums they are on the back. It's got a little bend right there on the corner, but not much. It's real good shape for an old Bad Company album. So it's kind of stuff that people played a lot back in the day. Then a band that I found out today has way more than 2 albums, but I only thought they had 2, and I happen to have the 2 with the songs I know. And this one is The Romantics. This one is they do a lot of these their album covers. Now that I looked at them with these cheesy suits on, this one has what is it? What I Like About You on it. And you probably know that song. And then the other one, this is, I don't know if this is their first or second one, but I know it's this one, and then there's another one or two, and then the other one, it's, I don't know what it's called, In Motion or something like that. I don't know. It's a black, well, this is a black cover too, but it's the one with the 4 pictures in the corners of whatever. That one's got their other big hit. So that's a good one. Nothing real great. I just recently bought this, and it was kind of scratchy. It played well, but it had a lot of noise in it, and it's the best of the Animals. Gatefold. The record looks good. It's got a little. Looks like a scratch/scuff kind of thing on it, so it's probably gonna play okay. It might be a little noisy, but I think this one's gonna be a definite upgrade. The cover is a million times better than the one I had on the other one. It's a little dinged up, but it's together. The other one was falling apart, so I'll enjoy that one. It's got House of the Rising Sun. We Got to Get Out of This Place is another hit. And I don't know the rest of them. I don't really know the rest of them too well. That's good. Then another one that may or may not be an upgrade. But I bought it just in case, because I know the one I have that I got maybe last year is it played good. I remember that, but I hadn't played it in a while, and I said, you know what, I better get this just in case. And it's Quiet Riot's Metal Health. This one, the record looks good. But the bottom is coming apart right there. I could probably put some glue on that or something and seal it back up. But this looks like a real good copy of it. One of my favorite albums from that time. This is the first heavy metal album, I believe, to get on the charts, to go to #1. And It's real good. It's good. I mean, I don't know why people, like to rag on this band. They did a lot of bad stuff, but this album was not bad at all. Perfect. Then speaking of perfect, this is also another upgrade. I already own 2 copies of this. This cover is probably the best looking cover I've found so far. And it's Zebra, self-titled first album. This is their they're like a New Orleans band. Some people think they're a New York band. That's because they spend a lot of time in New York, but they are a New Orleans band. So don't get it wrong. They're mine, not yours. But you can have them if you want. But this one has Tell Me What You Want, One More Chance, Slow Down, as I said before, Who's Behind the Door, When You Get There, Take Your Fingers From My Hair, Don't Walk Away, the La La song. All great songs. They got a bad rap. People said they were sounded like, Led Zeppelin clones. They're influenced by Led Zeppelin, I'll give you that. But they're also influenced by the Beatles just as much, I think. And I thought they did their own thing. They had a couple copies of this one I saw. And there was another guy that picked up this one and the No Telling Lies album, which I have that one too. And they both the covers looked like brand new. So if I'd have saw those, I'd have picked up both of them, even though I had them, because they both look brand new. This one looks pretty new. There's a little scuffing on the edges, but the album looks great on the inside. And there's no writing on it, and it's got the inner sleeve and all that stuff. So this might be my best copy of it. So I was glad to get that. Then another one that's an upgrade. And the only reason it's an upgrade is because I don't even know what the other one was. But it's Yes Songs. This was a release this year as a reissue. I had bought this maybe a year or two ago, and I didn't know it was a 3 LP set. I just picked it up, and it was in a dollar bin, and I picked it up because somebody was telling me about how they love Yes or whatever, and I didn't really know too much about Yes, and I said this might be pretty good, a 2 LP thing to start with and see what they're like. So I pull it out, and of course it's this gigantic 4 long, can't even see all of it, gatefold type thing. Really, trippy artwork and all that stuff. And I didn't know that in the middle here, there was supposed to be a record back here, and I didn't know that. So when I pulled out the 2 records on the side, one said side 1 and 2, the other one said side 4 or 5 and 6, and I was like, I think there's another record missing, so I didn't have it. So when I went there to one of the first boxes I looked at had this. It's got the record, it's got the little booklet inside of it with the photos and stuff. All of them have this kind of sleeve. Now this is a British style, I guess that's what I call it. A lot of records from England and stuff have these kind of rounded edges. So all of the little sleeves inside of them are that. I don't know if somebody put those in there themselves. They're too big for this. They stick out the thing. They look nasty. So I'm going to replace these at some point, I think, just so it fits in there and all this plastic isn't sticking out because you got to shove it in there. But anyway, this is one of the RSD releases this time for a reissue of this. So I don't know what the price on that one was for a 3 LP set. It's got to be $50 or $60. I got it for $2. Original. Then here's a new one for me. The Turtles, Happy Together, She'd Rather Be With Me. The only song I know by the Turtles is Happy Together. So it's pretty good shape. It's a little rough. It might have some service noise, but I kind of like that it was on White Whale Records, and I just thought I'd take a shot with it, So that's that. Then another one I bought strictly for the cover. I have no idea what this band is. It's called, and it's a weird way they did this, The Flock, Dinosaur Swamps. And it's a gatefold, but it opens to make this gigantic picture with the pterodactyls, and there's some people down here like the Land of the Lost or something. And I have no idea what this is, but I thought this cover was cool. And then the inside cover is kind of cool too. It's just kind of this, it's supposed to be somebody's desk, and it's got all this inkwell and the feather pen, and I don't know if that's a coffee pot, and there's all these notes and stuff, and there's a skull with a flame, not a flame, a candle on it, and a rat that, or I guess it's a rat, maybe a squirrel. There's somebody's hands holding the telescope thing, and there's a map. So I don't know what this is all about, but the record's in great shape, so I'm gonna find out. I have no idea what kind of music it is. Then this one, I saw some other guy going through the box, and he picked this one up and he looked at it, kind of like he was interested in it. And when he was doing that, I was looking at it. I was like, "Damn, I'm interested in it. I don't even know what it is, but I'm interested in it." I said, "It looks like some kind of '90s alternative rock," and I'm into that, so I wanted to see what it was. It's called the Northern Pikes, Secrets of the Alibi, and it had a hype sticker on it, but it's faded. So I don't know how this hype sticker faded so much, and the record itself did not. But they definitely look like an alternative rock band. I looked them up on Discogs, and it's what it said: alternative rock. It says lent for promotional use only. Any sale or unauthorized transfer is prohibited and void, subject to return upon demand by owner. Acceptance of the record constitutes agreement to the above. Well, they ain't getting it back. But anyway, it's a cutout. You can see that. So, it's got the lyrics. Record's brand new. I don't know who they are, but they are definitely an alternative rock band from the '90s. So it might be good. It might be right up my alley. So I was glad the guy put it back, and I'm glad I took it. Then the next one, I'd seen this once before, and I didn't pick it up. But this is a New Orleans person. It's it's got this little bag. It's Maddie, Ruthless, and the Secret Affair. Hold the Phone. Now I looked this up on Discogs. This sleeve is funky. I don't know what's up with that. On the inside there's a little postcard. I guess that's her. And then that. It's on Community Records, which I believe is based in New Orleans, at least in Louisiana, I know, because everything I've seen from them has been New Orleans stuff. But it's got a little booklet, Maddie, Ruthless, and the Secret Affair. And I guess it's all lyrics and stuff, liner notes, kind of stuff like that. All very do-it-yourself, hand-done kind of stuff. Maddie, Ruthless, and the Secret Affairs, Hold the Phone. Now, I looked this up on Discogs, and this one is not there. This particular one. There is a version of it where this text looks like it's handwritten. Hold the Phone is not on there. Then there's the version that they have that looks almost exactly identical to this. This is not green. It's yellow. So maybe there's multiple, but it also multiple colors. But it also feels like this is painted on there. So maybe they had a stencil. Maybe it was just this right here, and they had a stencil, and they painted, like spray painted or whatever over it. And then this also feels that way. Now the rest of the print feels smooth, like it's just printed. So I don't know. It's got 7 tracks. It's supposed to be reggae. I wouldn't expect her to be singing reggae, but that's what it says. So it's on Community Records. It's got the Defend New Orleans tag on it, so they were part of that. This is number 49 of 525. Oop. So it's hand numbered. So that's pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but I figured it would be worth a shot. It's a little 10-inch record. No, it's black. It's like no. But there's a song called Heat Fever, Blood Fire, Rudy Blood Pact, Funeral Dirge, Inside Out, Abracadabra. I hope that's that Steve Miller Band song. I hope it's a cover of that. Rudy Dub Pact by DJ Caro. So it doesn't look very long. The songs are about 2 to 3 minutes long, pretty much. So I'll check it out. It might be pretty good. Definitely interesting because I like to find local New Orleans kind of stuff when I can. They have a section there with a lot of that, and every now and then I go and pick out something out of there. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. This video is going on quite a while. Next one up, Katrina and the Waves. This is another promo copy. Very good condition. The song everybody should know is Walking on Sunshine. I don't know anything else by them. This is, like I said, it's a promo, but I couldn't find it on Discogs as a promo. I found the exact record. It just didn't have the promo stamp like that one does. Records like brand new. Then found some soundtracks. This will be the end of the video coming up. We got The War of the World. Jeff Wayne's musical version of Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. This is cool just for the artwork. It's got a booklet in it. I'm not going to show it on this one because, like I said, we're running out of time here. But it's very nice. The records look good. Real cool. Was surprised to find that. Then, the envy of some of my friends, which they could probably find this. The Black Hole. This has a price tag of $12 on it. When I found it on Discogs, the high end was kind of expensive, like 60, 70 bucks. But the mid range was $12. So whoever was trying to sell this originally had it right. Still got the shrink wrap on it. It's open, of course. I don't know if it had a booklet in it or not, but it's the record looked nice. When I first got there, the first box I looked in, the second record, the Star Wars original soundtrack, composed and conducted by John Williams, performed by the London Symphony Orchestra. This one looks like it's going to have some surface noise, but I had to get it because I've wanted this for a long time, and I never see it where it's like all together. It's like torn up and everything. This one's in, the cover's got ring wear pretty bad, and that's pretty bad. But I've seen most of the ones I've seen are way worse. And a lot of times they don't have the records, both records or whatever. Got some screenshots from there. There is some tape that's across the bottom, so maybe it probably came apart at one time and somebody fixed it. It did a pretty good job. This tape is clear and it hasn't turned colors yet, so maybe it won't. The back cover looks awesome, though. I wish that was the front cover. There's tape on the top here, too. But the records themselves look pretty good. They may have some surface noise. I don't know. I have to clean them to really find out, but I'm going to clean this one quick because I want to listen to this. Star Wars is one of my favorite things. So, and finally, the last thing I got on this record store day, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, original motion picture soundtrack, music by John Williams. Did John Williams do Black Hole as well? No, John Barry did Black Hole. This movie, when I was a kid, I hated it. I don't know why. I saw it on, I believe, HBO or Showtime or something back in the day. I don't know why I hated it. Everybody loved it. But they had that song, or whatever. I guess it was a song. I don't know. But that's what I wanted to hear again because I haven't heard that in years. I haven't seen this in a long time. I don't know when it came out. 77. So this came out at the same time as Star Wars. I probably haven't seen this since the early 80s, if even then. Maybe before that. But I thought it'd be cool to have something different. I'm sure it's all instrumental. Star Wars as well is going to be all instrumental. But I'll listen to this and check it out. I know people like this. And that's it. So anyway, that's it. That's what I got this record store day. I feel like it was a good day. I got most of what I wanted. I'll go over that again real quick. Like I said, I went to EUCILD Records for most of my stuff, and the one thing I got from Louisiana Music Factory was, last year's thing. So we got this one, Scott Weiland, 12 Bar Blues. That was $36.99. That's got for my friend. I'll be sending that to her this week, hopefully, either this week or next week. Then I got at the Louisiana Music Factory for $19.99. Gun Club live at the Hacienda Club for $32.99. The Donnas early singles 1995 to 1999. $28.99. Generation X. $44.99. The one real expensive one. Pearl Jam's Giveaway for $34.99. The Verve Pipe Villains for $36.99. Mr. Big, long wanted album for me. And the next final one, for best thing I wanted on the list this year, for $29.99, Joe Strummer and the Mescalero Street Core. And that's it for this video, guys. I will probably do openings of all of these. Maybe do several at a time, maybe 3 and 3 or something like that. And then that'll be the end of the Rex for today. But I just wanted to show what I got in this one. We've been here for 50 minutes. Time to go. Talk to you guys later. That's it. Boop. Nope.